Now we try these three wines and we taste this wine. We start with the regular Vino Nobile, vintage 07. 07 was a good vintage, a warm vintage, so we have reached a really ripe fruit, and is a vintage that it's more approachable if you compare with other vintage, so it will be ready in a short time. And if you taste the wine, you find anyway the bouquet, the typical bouquet of Prugnolo Gentile Sangiovese, that in general is a bouquet that reminds the prune. The Prugnolo reminds the taste of the prugna. The prune is a fragrant taste that reminds big fruit. The color is rich, is not violet, is more purple. That with the aging goes to the orange, and in the mouth has a pleasure of soft tannin that lasts in the mouth for a long time, with a little final bitter. The work that we are making in these 40 years is to keep the character of the soil and the Sangiovese, but makes this wine that is a pleasure to drink. And the most of this pleasure you take if you match with the food. So it's not in particular the Sangiovese a wine for only to drink, but to match with the food, in particular good food and rich food. Has a little taste of oak, but not too strong. The second wine that we can have is a Riserva, and here, as I told you, we use also Merlot and Cabernet in it. So if you compare the first step, that is the color, is more rich in color, has some reflection to violet and not too much, because anyway the Cabernet is really limited. And but the color is more rich, deep. The flavor is more open, looks more to the small fruit, and a little bit more oaky. And if you taste in the mouth, in absolute is more rich, is more powerful. In particular, this is a good vintage, but the style that we look for the Riserva is more powerful wine. So we select and we make selection in the cellar, not in the vineyard, so it's not a cru. A really important wine that lasts in the mouth for a long time, and look to the roundest and the full body wine. And the last wine is Nocio. Here we speak about Sangiovese 100% in particular, but it's not a law, it's our choice, and it depends on the quality of the vintage and the Sangiovese that we vinify. In absolutely, we try to keep the most of Sangiovese as possible. The color is rich in more deep compared to the regular Vino Nobile, but the reflection is more anyway to the orange and the purple, not too dark. And the bouquet is more fresh. The oak is not really strong, and in particular the mouth is typical, because here you find really the character of the Sangiovese of this area. These are really fat wine with really strong character. That is not in absolutely an easy wine. It's a wine that needs time to, also when you open the bottle and you put in the glass, is a wine that has a complexity. So it's changing the glass for half an hour, 1 hour. And any time you taste, you find different bouquet and particular things. So this is a wine that needs evolution, and is not for all the people that likes to find something of particular coming from the area of Montepulciano. It's really rich and strong wine, But the difference between the Riserva has more acidity. This because the Sangiovese needs the acidity. It's a character of the Sangiovese that gives this freshness and this pleasure to drink. And this acidity allows the wine also to have a good aging in the year. Of course, in absolutely is not wine for an historical aging, but it can last in the bottle for 20-25 years with no problem. In our idea, the best moment to drink our wines, speaking in general, goes between after 5 to 12 years. Is the best moment to find the best things and the freshness and the evolution and ripeness of the Sangiovese.